Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I'm coming to you live with some creative ink this afternoon. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and we have some creative ink to share with you. We are using the Hues of Happiness suite of products. So who out there has seen this suite of products? So if you're tuning in, feel free to say hello and let me know that you're here so I can welcome you. So hopefully it's raining here in Central New York. Actually kind of storming. So I was a little hesitant. I think the lightning has dissipated, gone away. So, okay, there we go. So welcome, Colleen. That took a while to get populated. So how are you today? Hopefully it's not storming too bad your way. So come in and say hello again. If you missed the first part, I'm Nancy Thompson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and I love sharing creative ink with you. So it's been a busy day here. Up late last night and early this morning, so because there's just lots of things going on in the Stampin' Up! World. Today was the release of the last chance list, so if let me go this way. So this mini catalog is retiring at the end of the month, and there's some pretty good deals in here. There's some items that are 50% off, so now is your time to get that discount on those items in this mini catalog. You can find you can download a list on my website, createwithnancy.com, if you haven't already done so. Okay. So check it out. I also did a catalog walkthrough yesterday afternoon. So if you missed that, you can listen to it as well. I don't know, I think it was like 45 minutes long, roughly around there. So, so hello. Okay, so let's welcome everybody. Hello, Colleen and Anne and Sharon and Beverly and Jean. Jean has a birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Jean. And Sharon, you have one coming up as well. I want to say, I don't know, next week, right? So happy birthday, ladies. Okay, so let's get started because I've got like 3 projects to share with you today. We're using the Hues of Happiness Suite. Has that been on anybody's wish list? It's in the annual catalog, and this paper is like fabulous, beyond fabulous. So if you haven't, you really need to check it out. Okay, we're going to check it out here today. Hi, Gil and Kathy, welcome. Okay, let me just fix my screen. So this is the annual catalog for 2022 to 2023. And if you're on the suite of products is on page 108 and 109. Okay, there's some awesome samples here, and here's a really good sneak peek of how beautiful this designer paper is. And then there's a stamp set and a set of coordinating dies as well, which are really cool. So the dies will cut out the flowers from the designer paper on a couple of the sheets, okay? There's a couple sheets that would have to be fussy cut, okay? But the dies also, you can see which dies cut out the stamped images as well. And hi, Stella. Hello to you from Texas as well. And then there's this cool perforated edges that you can see in one of the samples, which are really cool. So there's one of them here, and then there's another one in here. These are really just add a lot of different texture to your projects, and you could use these with other stamp sets and dies, just anywheres that you want in the catalog. Okay, so that's the Hues of Happiness. So let's look at the designer paper a little bit more, and look at all these fabulous colors that are in this designer paper. It's just such bright, happy paper. So as you can see, this is like one of the die cut images, and it also cuts out some of the leaves. I even fussy cut these little tiny flowers for another card. So really, you can just not waste your paper. It's amazing how these little tiny images can, when you put them together with others, it just adds so much more to your project. Okay, so let's look at the back. So what I did is take some strips of the designer paper, so you can see how the different, how they've made, like this is the front and back of this designer paper, and they've kind of matched it up. So the back side goes with this kaleidoscope of color all the way down through the designer paper. I thought that was kind of really cool, and they've done it on every single back design, okay, except for this one. This one's just a generic kind of all over type pattern, and this one as well. But the watercolor canvas look is so cool about it with it. Okay, so what sets are we using today? So we're going to use the Happiness Abounds, because there's a couple greetings in there. We're going to use these two flowery images here, so you guys can see that, okay? And this is a photopolymer set, and I love now how they have the design on the inside instead of having the plastic floating around. And I do keep this thin plastic sheet. I think it just kind of keeps them from popping off the inside of your case. If you find that you don't have one that's sticking well, just take and rinse the stamp underneath warm water, and then just let it air dry, okay? And then you're gonna, because your stamps after a while do get like fuzz, oils from your hands. If you've got a dirty block, it's just, you know, they get kind of, I don't know, you can feel the difference. So just give them a rinse every once in a while if you find one not sticking to your block or to the inside of your case. Okay. All right. So there's that stamp set. And then I'm also using the word hello. I know I ordered this other set and I can't find it. So I really need to finish cleaning my office. And I know I've ordered it because I checked my order. So we're going to use hello today. All right. So because one of my cards is using that, we just have a small die cut. So here is these dies, the Hues of Happiness. I don't think it's called that. It's called Blossoming Happiness is this set of dies. But this also has this, it kind of die cuts this pattern in the background of your cardstock as well. And that's kind of a really cool effect as well. And there's those perforated dies, okay? So really neat. So you definitely want to get the bundle if you love this suite. And then we're going to use some of the dies out of the Stylish Shapes, my new fave, because it's got that stitching look to it. I just wish we had an oval, but must be that's not a fad anymore. And then of course we're going to use some scallop contour dies as well. Another favorite right here as well. Okay, so those are some of the products we're using today. So we're going to start out with simple stamping. So if you read my comments, I asked you if you like simple stamping or Avid stamping. So we're kind of, which I hopefully the next two cards I have after this are kind of like the Avid stamping. So you guys are going to have to let me know. You can post now what you feel if you like simple or Avid, but afterwards you can let me know again if you like the Avid or the simple stamping card, okay? All right, so, and look at all these flowers that I've already die cut. This is so, it's a little time consuming, and I even did kept the edges that have a straight edge flower as well. So don't throw these away because you, I'm sure, can use them on a project. So look at the little ones that I've already done some fussy cutting. I did this a while ago when I was just had some spare time, and when you didn't feel like doing anything productive. Fussy cutting's a great one to do it. And I see Angela is on here and she loves to fussy cut. Okay, you could use that sheet for all the DSP. Yes, it's just wonderful. Okay, so our first card is going to be a note card. And I kind of play around. You guys like just take scrap and play around with stuff. So I was just kind of playing around to see what my design, what color inks I want to use, and so forth. Okay, so we are going to take this small piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm going to take the happy birthday. And if you have a birthday, let me know when your birthday is, okay? Because I would love to send you a birthday card. It doesn't matter whenever in the year, okay? Or friend me also on Facebook, and hopefully that shows up in your Facebook feed. Angela is Avid, but she finds life gets busier, and she appreciates simple stamping. Yep, nothing wrong with simple stamping. Okay, so I am going to just kind of straighten out my cardstock. So hopefully I get this word somewhat straight. Okay, all right, not bad. And then we're going to take our bouquets of flowers here. So one's larger than the other, so I'm simply going to stamp that one in the middle, and then we're going to put one on each end here. So as I said, this is just simple stamping, okay? So you don't, and simple stamping is just having a limited amount of supplies, so you don't have to have a lot of product, because some people, you're on a budget, you're limited to space, whatever. So we're going to take our markers. We're going back to basics. So not all of them are in the brights because I used Old Olive. I probably could have done Granny Apple. You know what? Let me grab that. Grab the Granny Apple instead, because then they would all be in the brights, okay? So I'm just going to quickly, and my wrist is killing me today, so I'm not holding the marker very well. So hopefully, so I'm using the brush tip, and I always like to use that when it's with the fine detail, you know, because brush tip is just a light, kind of like you're barely scratching the surface. So you kind of keep that point. And I'm okay if I go outside the lines and make the lines of the stems a little bit thicker so that they're more pronounced, okay? And I did too much weeding this weekend, and I can just feel it right here. Okay, so we got, that's Granny Apple Green, and then I'm going to take some Mango Melody, and we're going to just kind of keep this simple, and we're going to just do the center of all these flowers with Mango Melody. And this is really a quick card. Oh yeah, I just need to, it's fine, Gail. I just have to start using some Tylenol, which I keep forgetting to take. And also rest it. No more weed pulling for a little bit, because I did some massive weed pulling this weekend. So it just needs to rest. So we're going to just do some quick coloring. We got Daffodil Delight there. And then I think we're going to do Melon Mambo down here. And I kind of pulled the colors from the designer paper. So that way, but because this really isn't using any designer paper, you could really do anything you want. All the flowers could be the same color as well. But I think it helps to, you could variegate the bouquet, but I'm keeping it simple and easy. So if we're going to stay in the same color family, I think we're going to go with Coastal Cabana here, because we need just a little bit of contrast, okay? And markers are kind of intense, and you could even use colored pencils. I would steer away from the Stampin' Blends because, as you know, they bleed. They have a bleeding factor. This is a really small, tight image, and I think it'd be kind of harder for you to control the ink with the blends. Okay, we're all done. So let's put our card together, okay? As I said, this is simple stamping, okay? And even if you have, you know, children, they could easily, you could either stamp this and they do the coloring, and then the rest. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to find my note card here. Here we go. So I love that the note card packages come with the envelopes, so I'm all set with them. We're going to put dimensionals on this. So let's grab some dimensionals. And we will... Facebook is so wonky. I just got a notification that I'm live right now. Isn't that's like really behind the times here, Facebook. Okay, what do you think? Whoops, we're crooked. Let's just move this just a little bit. I think it stopped storming here. All right, we're gonna pull in, we're gonna add a little bling. These glassy dots go with this suite of product. So I like to slip my package on the side so it's a little easier to pull in and out versus, you know, struggling with that flap. So, and I find just using my scissors. So what color glassy dots should I use? Maybe these are Pool Party. I think we'll go with that because that's what's in the center. So let's just go with the Pool Party here. The pick tools just, these just feel like they're too heavy of a dot to pick up. There we go. So let's put the big one here, and then we'll, okay, struggle with the other two. I think I'm just going to pick them up with my fingers, see if I can do that. We're going to just put one there and one up there. Okay, simple and easy. So there's our first card. And then you could obviously dress up your envelope with another stamped image right there. Okay, so simple stamping, very easy. Thanks, Anne. Okay, so let's move on to our next card. Oh, here's my other sample right here. So my original sample, I moved my glue dots or my glassy dots around a little bit. Yeah, I did use the same colors. Okay, so let's move on to card 2. Let's leave those there. Okay, so this is kind of like probably leaning towards casual, maybe Avid, you know, probably Avid, because we're going to do a little technique with this. Okay, so we're going to start with our designer paper. So see how they've got like that ombre effect with the flowers. It kind of keeps going. So this color scheme is Flirty Flamingo. We're going to use, and let's just add some glue to the back of this. This is going to be another note card. I love note cards. Easy to do and not much product. Okay, and then we're going to stamp Happy Birthday. I've already die cut this label with the Stylish Shapes dies. So this, and you could always stamp first and then die cut afterwards too. But I think I can get this straight because it's photopolymer. There we go. So we're going to add this right onto here. So let's just add a little bit of glue. And we're going to get this fairly close to the edge. Do I look straight? I'm having a hard time seeing straight today. Okay, so we've got that on there, and then this is going to go on. We're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. So I need to, I want to make sure like that. So I want to make sure that stays on my card, and I want to get an idea where I want to put my leaf. Okay, so we're going to put the leaf down flat. So I've got my flower into place. So I'm kind of using this indentation here to pop up against the birthday greeting. So let's just add that there. Okay, I'm getting sticky. Okay, thanks, Sharon. Oh, I'm glad. Carol, welcome. So glad for you to join in. Okay, so let's add some dimensionals to this now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Let's move in my little trash dish here. Okay, let's make sure we get this in the right spot. There we go. And then we're going to flip this over again, and we'll add more dimensionals again. So, whoops, I almost forgot. Okay, I needed another ribbon here. So we're going to add some ribbon to this. Okay, that one is like a two-sided thing. So, we'll add this to our base here. Hopefully I get this one on straight this time. Oh, and that does look crooked, but I think it's probably stuck down. Yeah, we're going to have to leave it. Okay, so let's add some bling to this. We'll pull in the Melon Mambo this time, I think. And let's see. Let's add one here. And then we'll add these really don't look like they have any adhesive on them, but there is. It's kind of discerning, you know, deceiving, I guess is what I should say. They really stick to this clear plastic. Okay, we got some bling, but we're going to add some ribbon, okay? We're going to personalize this with some Flirty Flamingo. We're going to use our blend, okay? So let's take, I tie a bow with 8 inches of ribbon, okay? So let's take that, and then you're going to use, you always want to make sure when you're using blends that you're using some type of mat, because it will bleed through, and you don't want to ruin whatever you have underneath, okay? It might be your fine dining room table or wherever you stamp, even if it's your desktop. So I'm just running along the flat side of my blend to color my ribbon. And I'm not worried about going to the end because there's plenty here extra that I'm sure I'm going to be cutting off. And you can go over it as many times as you want, whatever hue of color you like. And then it just takes a second for it to dry because it's alcohol based, and it doesn't take long. So we're going to just quickly tie a bow, and then you've got some really customized ribbon to really make your project be a wow. And then you don't have to, because we don't have Flirty Flamingo ribbons, so this gives you more options. So we'll add this with a mini glue dot. Oh, good, gal. I like the ribbon, but I hate to say it. It's a fussy ribbon to tie because it's so staticky. If it wasn't so staticky, I think I would really love it. So we'll put a ribbon, the bow right down here, and we will trim this off. See, I had plenty, so you don't always have to go to the very end of your ribbon there. So let's just trim this, and I'm going to grab this because it's so staticky. I don't know. I like to trim my ribbons like one way and then, you know, so that they're going like this. Or you can have them both like, you know, whichever. Okay, so there is that one. Simple and easy. This is going to be a card in an upcoming class for the summer. So look forward to that. Okay, so let's dress up our envelope really quick. So we have a completed ensemble here. just by adding some designer paper to our envelope flap here. We'll get that pinky color going here. I think it'll be okay. I guess I should have looked more for a flirty flamingo color, but this will be fine. So just quickly trim around your envelope flap, okay? Okay, so what do you guys think? Would you say this is Avid or casual? I think it's kind of like halfway. I mean, we are die cutting, we are doing the technique with the ribbon, so I'd say it's more Avid, okay? All right, but an easy Avid, not like, I will wrestle the ribbon. I love that, Cal. You are too funny. Yes, wrestle that ribbon. Okay, so they're both really the same, aren't they? Pretty much. All right, so I got one more card to show you, okay? So this one, we're going to use this. Look at this gorgeous paper right here. I mean, it's all just so beautiful. And here's the back side. So it's hard to decide, but they kind of have, so this is really like the gorgeous grape, fresh freesia, and pool party type color scheme. And this is kind of like the cutoff. So if you cut your paper effectively, you can really get some really cool cards out of it. All right, so let's adhere this to some pool party cardstock. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to use a piece of vellum. We're going to just kind of soften up this background a little bit, because I don't want it to, take away from the top part of the card. Okay. I'm just looking at comments too. Thanks, Jane. You can just picture, I know, can't you? Hello, Dorothy, welcome. Great idea with the comb. I love using my pick comb to make a bow. So we're also going to add, so I want to kind of keep in mind. So this is going to be our layered look, okay? So when you're adding vellum, you try not to have your adhesive show, okay? So, I think what we'll do is we'll add our layers onto this, and then we'll add the vellum, okay? So I've already got our die cut flowers, okay? And I'm going to just kind of lay them out a little bit to get the lay of the land here. And I'm going to just kind of pop that there, and I thought I had another stem here, but it might have gotten moved. So let's grab some more. So this is one of the pages that you have to fussy cut by hand, but they're really beautiful flowers too. So let's grab one of these. I think we're gonna switch that. I like that lighter color and put the darker one down there. Okay, don't you love how I talk to myself? Okay, so we're going to put, I'm going to adhere this on first, okay? All right. Did I get enough here closer to the edge? So let's turn this over and kind of have these like peeking out, all right? So just a little bit more here. And then this is going to go down flat. I want to kind of still show my scallop label there. And then this we're going to put on with dimensionals. So let's pull our dimensionals back out again. Yes, the vellum is, you just have to remember to use some of your supplies. But the vellum is great when it is such a bold, busy type paper. It just kind of detracts, it helps soften up so you're not missing the main focal point of your card. All right, so let's pull this back here, and then hopefully I only kind of tried to put down this big flower lightly in case I need to lift it. Hopefully I strategically put my dimensionals. There we go. So I can still slip these in. So let's just add this here. Oh yeah, very good. All right, isn't that kind of nice? So now we have an idea where we're going to put our dimensionals, okay? Oh yeah, I did dimensionalize this. So let's, I'm almost out of dimensionals here. Okay, let me just grab a new sheet here. And we'll add a few more. So, and you could do this either way. The main thing is that you make sure you don't go outside the vellum. If you want to adhere your vellum down first, totally fine. So let's, we're going to just center this on the vellum. I got to look at it straight. Okay, so I've got this centered on my vellum. Now I can flip this over. Now I can see exactly where I need to put my adhesive without going outside the lines, okay? And we will lay this down on here. There we go. Give that a second to adhere to each other. And then we're going to add dimensionals to the back of this, okay? Then we're going to color some more ribbon. Wait till you see this technique. Okay, we're not going to use the white seam binding. What color ribbon should we use? Does anybody have any ideas what I would use for ribbon for this card that I would color? So I'm going to adhere this onto a thick basic white base here. Okay. All right, so we've got this. So start thinking about the ribbon. Let me know what ribbon from the catalog you think I'm going to use to add some color to. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, we got to add a label. Okay, so this is where we're going to pull in that. So we've got a tiny label here, and that's why I needed a small stamp to fit. So we're going to use the hello, and hello goes with anything. Hello, happy birthday. Gorgeous grape? I don't know, Stella. I don't know. Do we have a gorgeous? I don't think we have any gorgeous grape that's current in the catalog. But there we go. So we got our hello. So let's look at this. I think kind of like, maybe up there. Or down here. I think I'm going to go down here. So let's add one dimensional that's on the tail here. Make sure we get the tail end of hello. And then we will add some, just a little bit of adhesive on here. There. I almost feel like it needs two. It does. It needs two dimensionals because there's like 2 layers of dimensionals there. All right, so we've got that. So let's add my cardstock is crooked. Today must just be a crooked day. Fresh freesia with Highland Heather. Oh, Ellen, you're getting close. Okay, so we got that. Let's add, I think we're going to add pool party. So let's go with some pool party glassy dots here. And let's see, let's go with the big one up there because that's got the most space, and a little one down here, and then this other one over here. There we go. Okay, so let's see, we are going to use soft succulent ribbon. Okay, let me cut off some ribbon here, and we are going to use the Dark Pool Party Blend, okay? Um, okay, Ellen. Yep, that's what we're going to do, okay? All right. Can you guys, let me see if you guys can see the difference on this. All right, let me just go down one side of it so you can kind of see the difference, okay? You see the difference, you know, on how much deeper it makes that color so much better. Okay, so we're just going to finish this up. So I'm using Dark Pool Party Stampin' Blend. So these, I love these, what are they called? Open weave, right? Yeah, open weave ribbons. They are perfect for you to color and use your blends, and always remember to put your top back on and squeeze it well so it doesn't leak out, evaporate. But they're perfect to color and customize your projects. All right, so because even like pale papaya could be like, you know, a daffodil delight or crushed curry. The polished pink could be really good with sweet sorbet. And which I'm using on a card for my team meeting in a couple of weeks. That was really cool. Okay, so let's grab our mini glue dots again, pull our card back in, and when you're adding the mini glue dot, you do kind of want to make sure your ribbon is dry. You know, this still feels a little bit damp. So I do find that you definitely need to make a lot of adhesive. If your dimension or if your mini glue dots are not staying put, then use some of the Tombow liquid glue to add it. All right, where am I going to put this? Where did I put this? I think I did right over here. We're going to go over here. All right, so let's trim this up. And we are done. So, which card did you love the best? The Avids or the simple stamping? And, you know, and which are you more inclined to do? So, make sure if you don't leave a comment now, come back and leave a comment. But let me show you, I'll show you, here's the color scheme with Melon Mambo. Okay, let me just move a few things out of the way here so you guys can see stuff and the dust looks a little bit more tidy. All right, so we've got Melon Mambo and Pool Party. And they were using that same sheet of designer paper, okay? And then here is a fresh freesia. I think this is my favorite here. And then here with the, I'm calling it fresh freesia because I'm using a fresh freesia map. And then here's it with Daffodil Delight. I use a different stamp set and I don't know what I use that from. So, yeah. So which one's your favorite? So we've got that, we've got this one here, and the simple stamping. So, okay, Avids are so special. Thanks, Colleen. I know, well, it's not me that makes them. Thanks, Gail. It's not me that makes the cards so pretty. It's a designer paper. It's not hard to do. Once you kind of like just let yourself create, you know, because you just have to like just stamp and create, and it's only ink and paper, so you can always start again. Because I lots of times you know, start all over and throw something in the trash. So if you love some of these supplies, they're available from the annual catalog right now, and this is just this suite is just really a really beautiful suite of product. Why is my video ended? That is so weird. So anyways, I don't know why it ended quickly, but hopefully I am still on and live. But anyways, what was I going to say? So if you enjoyed it, let me know, and I will post a comment winner for all that joined in today. and have an awesome day. Make sure to come back. You can check out my website. Hopefully I'll have this up in the next day or two, blog about it. And also make sure to follow me on Pinterest as well, all right? Because you can always go back there and see them. And the YouTube channel always has a playlist of the weekly Facebook Live. So it's an easy way for you to find past videos on something that you're searching for, okay? So thanks so much, Kathy. I'm so glad you enjoyed them. And let me just look through to see. And Gail, or Stella, you love the Avid, but you're still a simple kind of stamper gal. I think, it's great to be both. Sometimes you just need that really quick and easy card, and other times you love to play around. And and Angela loves the last card. I know, I think the last card's my favorite. So Dorothy, thank you for joining in and being a part of us today. You love the Melon Mambo. Wonderful. Okay, if you have questions, just know I'm always here. You can always message me if you have questions about some product or anything, or need help ordering something. Just reach out and ask, okay? Because I'm happy to help. And Jean, have an awesome happy birthday, okay? All right, and thanks, Deb, for being here. So have a great day, and we will see you next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Facebook Live.